Why here for you?
I think it was the obvious reason, Coach Mack, the culture he's built. Doesn't matter where he's been. You look at his resume. He wins. He wins at a high level. He told me nothing but the truth, and that's exactly what I wanted to hear. So,
what was that truth?
That it wasn't going to be easy, but that we were going to be held accountable. We were going to be pushed every day. He was going to push me to be my best, and ultimately try to get me to reach my goals.
3 schools for you. Is that hard?
I wouldn't say it was the plan I had, but God has other things, and it's definitely not been easy on my family. And moving, 3 times in 4 years takes a lot on you mentally. But this is what I signed up for, and this is my job.
How are you doing physically?
I'm good. I had a little bone bruise to start the summer, and they're just watching that day to day. So I could be back any second. I'm working out and everything, so everything's fine.
How are you just adjusting to being around a bunch of new guys?
The guys are great. I'm kind of used to it now. It's the nature of the sport. But these guys have been awesome, and they brought me in like a brother, and it's been neat to see a lot of guys that came with Coach Matt.
So what's your 3-point range? How far do you feel comfortable?
Usually out to the logo. I'd say the logo.
Famous around here.
Yep. Caleb Clark.
What's different here so far? I know that every place has got to be different, but what's different in this program that you can tell already?
I would definitely say the style of play. Everywhere's got their own ways of doing things, but I'd say the culture stands out. Again, Coach Mack is first class and pushes guys. There's a standard, and he gets guys to that point.
What do you see as your role?
It's early. I want to come in and be an everyday guy that can help us win, be a leader. I'm a senior now. This is my final year, so I'll be a leader. Be a go-to guy that can knock shots down and help us win ball games.
As a 3-point shooter, playing next to Bennett Sturts, how's that going to help you?
Bennett's great. I think we're going to help each other a lot. He's definitely going to help me because he's the best point guard in the country. But I hope I can take some pressure off of him as well.
You've played a lot of college basketball. What are some of the things you've just learned from all the games that you've played?
Honestly, I've taken a little bit from everywhere. Just the physicality on the little angles that I can get. Me not being the most athletic guy, not the fastest, the strongest, but try to be the smartest on the floor. Where you're usually going to get your shots. How certain teams are going to guard you. It's really just the minor details that you got to pay attention to that have helped me.
What was McCollum's pitch to you for why this would be right?
The style of play. It's hard to argue his resume, and then just look at the system, and you look at how well the guys translate. The guys he's had in the past, guys that come in and really shoot the ball, they expand their game. He's got really good point guards, which I need to be around.
Is defense an emphasis every day?
Yeah, defense is what wins championships, and as you can see, it's starting to come together a little bit. And the guys, have been getting after it. But yeah, defense is everything here.
The 3-on-3 drill where you guys don't use a dribble.
Yeah.
Is that learn how to move without the ball? What is the?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's ball pressure we're working on for defense. Offense, it's moving without the ball. It's setting screens, getting open, physicality, just being tough.
So is there an equal emphasis on defense and offense?
Yeah, for sure. Everything.
Did you visit here before you committed, or
I did not take any visits.
Okay.
I just kind of knew. Yep.
What's that like? I guess just being in the portal. You hear all this crazy stuff about guys in the portal. What is that like as someone that's been in the portal kind of this last cycle?
It's definitely a unique situation. It's a unique thing. The portal is good, in my opinion. It was definitely crazy both times I've done it. I would say it's crazier than the first time you're making a decision, just because you don't have as much time. But it's been cool for me.
The injury, did you get here while you were during practice?
Yeah, it was early on in the summer, yeah.
So were you able to, have you done much at all physically?
Yeah, it's day to day. I've done, basic stuff, worked out. I'm back to my own workouts and everything. I'm lifting with the team, so.
But you're no concern long term or anything?
No concern.
Was it because you have a lot of guys from Drake coming here. You're one of the few guys that hasn't been kind of a part of the nucleus. How's that meshing process going?
Again, they brought me in I was their own, I was their brother. It's been great. In the first week, I'm going to eat with everybody. I'm hanging out. I feel like I belong here, and that's credit to these guys and the things what they've done and the culture they've established.
just the decision to follow Ben. Obviously, you weren't the only one, but I don't know, just kind of what went into that decision.
What went into that decision?
Yeah.
It was more so what he wanted from me and how he wanted to help me become a better player. We had a lot of talks, just a lot of private talks about just certain things, and he helped me out. This goes with all the other coaching staff. We always have a talk and try to see where I'm at mentally and where I want to be. And they're helping me on and off the court. They push me a lot. I think I do. They want me to do more than other people. They want me to talk more than other people. I feel like it's a great decision that I came with Mac, because you'll need people like that in your life. And it'll just guide you to a bright future. It's definitely what we want to do.
How would you, because you started at Northwest Florida State, right?
Yeah.
That's where you started,
Yeah,
in the Drake. Can you just, I guess, describe the path that it's taken for you to get to this point?
I would say it wasn't easy. There was a lot of moments where I wanted to stop playing and go to Drake, but you can't have that type of mindset, and I had to teach myself. And I was in that by myself, that mindset by myself from JUCO to Drake. I would say that I just kept my head up and kept pushing and actually kept working and just like pushing myself to be better. I was in the gym a lot. I was really not getting any sleep, trying to get to this level. I would say just keep working and keep your head up and just keep striving to be better. Don't let the negative thoughts get in your head too much.
Are you aware that you got a famous Hawkeye name? Has that been brought to your attention?
Yeah. A lot of people said the running back Tavion Banks, right? Yeah.
Spell his first name different.
Yeah, Tavion. Yeah. A lot of people, when I was at Drake, a lot of people would ask me if I was his son. And I didn't know who this was at first. I didn't know who he was. And then I looked it up as soon as I got done. After we got done talking about it, I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. It's pretty crazy. It's just spelled with an A. When I got here, a lot of people asked me a lot of questions, same questions, and when I meet with people, they ask me the same thing. So I think it's pretty funny. I didn't know. Well, I hope I can. I have the same name as him, and I hope I can leave with the position with him.
What was your recruiting process in high school? What was that like? Your recruiting process in high school?
My recruiting process? Yeah. I really didn't have that many coaches looking at me out of high school, so it was pretty tough. So I went the JUCO route.
Yeah. What is your kind of focus coming into this season? I know you seem like you were more like, heavy in screening, stuff like that last season with Drake. What do you feel like your role is like on the court this season?
This season?
Yeah.
I would say being more of the transition guy and being a leader and just being a high energy guy. Being an alpha on the team, basically, so I'm working towards it, and I'm just pushing myself every day to get to that point. I'm still learning new things of how I can help the team out. I feel like it's going to be a great process for me to learn these things and help the team out. I'm excited about the season.
How would you just describe like the energy on the court in the weight room? How would you describe what it's been like so far?
I would say the energy in the weight room is like you're pushing cars and elephants, most definitely. In there. Your arms get mad tired. Your arms get tired. I would say it's pretty good for us. It helps us help each other and keep each other going, even though we're tired. And we all learn how to become leaders and communicate with each other and push each other, and it shows that we want better for each other and we're bringing each other closer. We're having a good connection with each other.